Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I will be reading from the r/HOA drama section. So let's jump into it. The HOA president told me to take my gate down. I calmly shut the gate in her face. She screamed and lost her temper and then called the cops on me. I just bought this house and there are some things that I want to change. Apparently, one of them is the wrought iron gate that I put up. I didn't think it was that big of a deal, because all the other houses on the block have them. This HOA president has been nothing but a pain in the ass since I moved in. So after about 2 weeks, I get a notice that I have to take the gate down, or I will be fined. I didn't do anything yet, but I am planning on suing them because they are violating my rights by blocking me from closing my gate. So last night at 9 p.m., I finally had enough and decided to install the damn gate. My girlfriend and I got it done in about an hour, and it looks beautiful. It matches the house so much better than that old wooden thing that was there before. And not to mention, it gives me a lot more security. I walk out back, and my neighbor is staring at it with a look of disgust on her face. I say hello, and she promptly tells me that I need to take it down, or else I'll get fined. I tell her that I already know that, and I'm planning on suing the HOA. She says that I should be ashamed of myself for being so selfish, and tells me that I need to talk to the HOA president. I tell her that I don't want to talk to her, and I go back inside. She goes inside, and I hear yelling. She comes back out and starts screaming at me. She tells me again that I need to remove the gate, and that if I don't, I'll get fined. She calls me selfish, entitled, malicious, and a lot of other choice words. She tells me that I'm going to regret this and then storms off. I shake my head and laugh at how ridiculous this whole situation is. So 20 minutes later, I hear sirens and I walk out back to see 2 cops talking to my neighbor. She's pointing at my gate and screaming bloody murder. I walk over and ask what the problem is. They ask for the owner of the property, and I say that I'm the owner. They ask for proof, and I go inside and grab my title paperwork, and I walk back out and hand it to them. They thank me and then walk over and tell my neighbor that the man she was complaining about is the owner of the property and that they won't be doing anything about the gate. She looks at me with eyes wide with shock and disbelief. She stutters and tries to explain that I'm breaking the rules and that I need to take the gate down. But the officers just ignore her and leave. She looks around frantically for someone to help her, but no one is willing to listen to her. They're probably tired of dealing with her bullshit. Then she notices that my girlfriend and I are watching her and waiting for her to leave. She starts screaming at us, calling me every name under the sun. She threatens to have me arrested and thrown in jail for contempt of the HOA. She even threatened to have my power cut off and my water. I just stand there and watch her as she rants and raves. After about 20 minutes, she finally goes inside and slams the door. My girlfriend and I just look at each other and start laughing. She was trying to threaten us and scare us away, but it just made us even more determined to stay. So yesterday afternoon, I sent her a letter telling her that we aren't going anywhere and that she needs to accept that she has a new neighbor. I also informed her that her threats were noted and that I would take legal action against her if she continues. This morning, I see that she parked her car in front of my house and left a note on my windshield threatening me. I took a picture of the note and I sent it to her. I'm not going to lie, I almost choked on my coffee when I read the message on the note. The whole time I was thinking that this was just some random crazy lady trying to ruin my life. It wasn't until this morning that I realized who she actually is. When I bought the house, I didn't do my research on the neighborhood. I thought it was going to be a quiet and friendly place to live. I was wrong. Not only did I find out that she's the HOA president, but she also owns the house next door to me. And to top it all off, she's my freaking landlord. You see, when I bought the house, the previous owner convinced me to sign a lease agreement with him before he sold the house to me. He said that it was so that he could make sure that I wouldn't be a problem tenant. He told me that I could break the lease whenever I wanted to, and that he would be there to protect me if there were any problems with the HOA. Little did I know that he was protecting himself. He never told me that he was signing me over to his daughter when he sold the house. The daughter moved in next door and became the new HOA president. She made changes to the neighborhood and told everyone that I was responsible for. She tried to make me give up my spot on the board so that she could take it. I refused. She started sending me letters saying that I violated the rules, like having my gate closed, having my shed in the wrong color, having my grass too tall, and on and on and on. She even tried to fine me for having my window open. And now she's mad that I changed the gate and called the cops on me. She's probably pissed that I did unput up the old white picket fence that the neighborhood is known for. I'm starting to think that the reason the previous owner made me sign a lease was so that he could collect rent from me without having to pay taxes on it. It's not illegal for a family member to rent their home to another family member, so why would he try to hide it? What was he trying to protect himself from? Well, apparently I found out that my landlord also owns the majority shares in the HOA. That's why she doesn't like me. She wants the house next to mine, and she thinks that she can force me to sell it to her by making my life miserable. The thing is that I love this house. I fixed it up, and I plan on living here for a long time. I talked to my girlfriend about it, and she had the best idea ever. We're gonna make her work extra hard to make my life miserable. She's gonna have to mow my lawn, trim my hedges, clean my gutters, and shovel my driveway. Oh yeah, and she also has to pay rent. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. All right, Op, you win the internet today. I love this update. So much karma earned. Well, Op, I hope you enjoy being in your HOA and the rent-free house. I love the fact that she thought she could get away with it by using her daughter. And by the way, it's smart of you to save those messages that she sent you. You'll definitely need them as evidence when you sue her for harassment and intimidation. Also, you really ought to sue the previous owner for fraud. He literally set you up to be his tenant and gave you a heads up to expect these kind of problems. Plus, it sounds like he had something to hide. His daughter owns the most shares in the HOA, and he wanted you to buy the house. I smell a rat. But anyways, that is all for me today. I hope you enjoyed this HOA tale. If you did, please leave a like. I truly appreciate when you do, and I will see you in the next Reddit story. Bye.